Hi everyone, it's Susan. Welcome to my channel. Love it, subscribers. Those of you who keep coming back, making comments, adore it. Thank you so much. Today's question that I'm going to answer has to do with you being too perfect. I don't mean it in a bad way. I don't mean it in an uptight way. Has anybody ever been dumped, left, because the person you were dating thought you were too good to be true? This is a very interesting conundrum that many people have found themselves in. Believe me, in the history of my coaching, it's not the first time I've worked with somebody. So this letter came from Alexandra, and I really do appreciate it because I think my audience is kind of amazing. I know by what you write, and I've got a feeling this is happening to a lot more of you than I know. Okay, Alexandra writes, I have a question about being too perfect. I had so much in common with the last guy I dated, from hobbies to religion to politics. We both wanted the same thing out of the dating relationship, which was marriage and kids. Suddenly, he went ice cold and ended things. He said I was too good to be true and that he was waiting for the other shoe to drop. How can having the right qualities be a bad thing? Welcome to the world of people who do not think positively. Okay, what you want, who you are, and who you are trying to become is a magnificent thing. We should never alter ourselves to be less. This man that you had so much in common with, so you think on the outside, hobbies, religion, wants marriage, wants kids. Okay, that's amazing. You ticked off the boxes on paper, but dispositionally and mostly mentally, he wasn't where you are. He was terrified. And this is not abnormal. I mean, it happens more than you think, and I bet you've done it yourself. Think about it. Have you ever had something where you're up for something, about to get a job, or something happens and you're like, no, this doesn't happen to me. I'm not a sweepstake winner. I don't win things. I'm not the one that they pick to be at this position. You know, we can want something our entire lives, and there are some individuals that when they get there are absolutely terrified. I think we have to grow in to the understanding of what we deserve. You, my dear, know what you want. And please, for a moment, you're dumped because you're too perfect. You know what you want and you're clear. And you found somebody on paper that resonates with you. But his mindset is not positive. Someplace deep inside himself, there are wounds that are stopping him. He doesn't think he deserves you. And that's all this is. I've done these videos, and I know, you know, I like to talk about topics that I don't see anybody talking about, because I mean, the whole dating and love and romance thing is, to me, just the most fertile psychological minefield. I love getting in there and seeing how humans react and where they go. And you know, I did one called Why They Leave You for the Lesser. Because I have had people say these things to me. You know, that something's wrong with me. You know, I'm not, or do they think you're playing game when you're not? That's another video, you know, that I've done. It's just that there are people that pray their whole lifetime to get something, get it. And what has happened is they have not prepared themselves to accept it. It is about his level of receiving. It's not about you. And right now, I know Susan's going, yep, 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 yep. And you're thinking, but I still hurt. And how come it happened? And it's unfair. And you're right. But you're the one who's okay. He's not at your level. You can't convince him. Somehow, because of a person's wounds, their family of origin, whatever they're going through, they don't feel that good will come to them. There are people who inherently believe that If something good happens, there's an agenda behind it. If somebody's nice to you, it's only because they're trying to set you up to use you. Does that happen in life? Of course it does, but not all the time. Imagine if you had a mentality that nothing good was ever going to come to you. So please, it's contagious, so don't let him affect you. He doesn't think that he deserves somebody that's so perfectly fit for him. Do not take this as a negative and now fall into his trap, because you are not in his trap. You need to refocus. I'd like you to completely reframe how you think about this and say, I found on paper somebody that feels really right. Okay, good. He wasn't ready. Inside and here, he was too negative. And it would come back to bite you. You know, sometimes hobbies, politics, yes, they're important, but how many loving relationships do we know where people are they have different opinions. They don't even have the same hobbies. There were deeper values, one of giving and receiving and being ready to receive. So please don't let his lack of being able to accept goodness make you think you have to diminish the qualities that you know about yourself. And you are the gem that will be found by someone who has done their own work to be prepared to accept it. You know, I've done this giving and receiving, I've done a lot of commentary on this. We have to learn to be ready to accept the greatness that's inherently ours, whether it's who we are inside, how we give our gift to the world, or the fact that somebody amazing that we love loves us too. That's an interior journey. So please understand that you've done your work. Good, and keep doing it. And you will find the person who matches and who's ready. And you know what? They may not have the same political views. A little bit different, but it won't be contentious. They may not do every hobby. They may not match on paper. They may come in a box you never expected. But they may be absolutely perfect for you and so ready to love you. And up here and here, not only able to accept you, but to cherish you and honor you. And this is what I would rather have for you than boxes on a sheet of paper that you can check. Same. I hope this has helped you. Thank you so much for this. Everyone, don't lose hope. Don't ever be less because they can't see you or they can't accept you. I beg you, never, never be less. It's your job here to become the greatest person that you know how to be. And that's your task. And enjoy your life while you're doing it. Thank you, those of you who come and work with me on Magnifi, the free app. It's on Android, it's on iPhone, it's worldwide, it's by the minute. Come to my consultation page. There are a number of different packages. You can either book me for a specific time or catch me on the fly on Magnifi. And you can also listen to me on the iTunes. It's Susan Winter's show. Thanks so much.